That's another strip. I'm going to talk for a few minutes, and I have an entire script right here, okay? Shout out to John for the idea. And I'm on vacation. I'm still bringing out some live content. Is Dennis Allen the worst head coach in the NFL? I decided I'm going to run through the list of all 32 coaches, and I'm going to say would I rather have Dennis Allen over them or have the coach. Starting in the AFC, so Gerard Mayo, I would rather have Dennis Allen over Mayo. So already I don't think I'm the worst coach. But to be fair, Mayo's never had a fair shot. All right, so what's up, Jerry? Hey, right now I'm in right now I'm in Georgia. So I'm not gonna lie, this place is actually nice. Yeah, I made it to Atlanta. Yeah, the place is actually nice. The team's not nice, but hey, the place is nice. So. Hey, Atlanta, you got one compliment for me. Don't expect anything else. Maybe it's just this resort. I don't know. This place has been pretty good. But yeah, shoot. But yeah, right now I have a list of things that we're going over, but first it's about Dennis Allen. So I would take Allen over Mayo, but to be fair, Draw Mayo's never had a fair shot yet, right? Mike McDaniel, I would definitely have over Allen. I would rather have, let's see, who's next on the list? Sean McDermott, yes. Or yes for McDermott. Yes, Jared, as long as the Falcons continue to suck. Yep. And as you see, I'm still wearing my Saints gear, even though, like, you can see uh, even though I'm in Atlanta, I don't care. I ain't taking this off. You're gonna have to fight me. So yeah, Sean McDermott, have, I would rather have, I would rather have Robert Saleh. I would rather have Saleh because I think Saleh, they're both defensive minds, but I would rather have Saleh than Allen, if you know what I'm saying. Because Saleh, like, yes, Allen was able to build a good team, but like Robert Saleh, he's just unlucky. I'll give him that. Because when he finally gets Aaron Rodgers, boom, he's out. So this is, I feel like, a prove a year for Robert Saleh. And then let's see, I would rather have Mike McCarthy. As much as I hate the Cowboys, I would rather have Mike McCarthy. Um, I would rather have Brian Daboll because at least Daboll was able to win Coach of the Year that one time. Nick Sirianni, I would rather have Sirianni. Shoot, who's next? Dan Quinn. I would rather have Dan Quinn. I would rather have Dan Quinn as my head coach. You know, Quinn, he had experiences and he got. As much as I hate the Falcons, he at least got them to the Super Bowl. We know what happened, 28-3, and I love that they still blew that 28-3 lead. But at least he got them to the Super Bowl. I cannot say that about Dennis Allen. So I'd rather have Dan Quinn as my head coach. Shoot. Okay, now John Harbaugh. I would rather have Zach Taylor. I would rather have Kevin Stefanski. I would rather have Mike Tomlin. I would rather have LaFleur and Campbell. I would rather have Kevin O'Connell. And I'm not gonna lie. Matt Eberflus, that's a toss in the air. You can make an argument. It's a pretty pathetic argument, but you can make an argument for both. I would actually have Allen over Eberflus. I would rather have Dennis Allen over Matt Eberflus. That's just me. So now, I would rather have the Miko Ryans. I would rather have Shane Steichen, Doug Peterson, Brian Callahan. I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather have Callahan as my head coach. But to be fair, we have not seen him coach at the head coaching level. All right, Falcons. They got Raheem Morris. I would rather have Allen over Morris. Um, I would actually rather have Dave Canales over Dennis Allen. Hot take, then this is extremely hot. I won't be shocked if the Panthers win the division because Dave Canales is Because the Panthers win the division this year. Um, then Todd Bowles, I would rather have Bowles over Allen. We have 8 more coaches to get through. Andy Reid, if you say you would rather have Allen over Reid, then you are either smoking or you're high. Gee. I would rather have Pierce. Chiefs Raiders. I would rather have Jim Harbaugh. I would rather have. I would rather have Sean Payton back. Um, who's next? I would rather have Jonathan Gannon. I would rather have Sean McVay. I would rather have let's see, what? Okay. Wait, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, I'm back home. All right, next. Let's see. You got Cardinals, Rams. Uh, I would rather have Mike over in Seattle. All right, let's see. So Jerry said I checked out a few shorts from minicamp with Camaro and Lattimore. They're looking good. Yeah, we're gonna get to minicamp after this. I'm gonna try to do longer streams for y'all. So y'all have something worth checking out. I'm not gonna make them like an hour or 2 hours like other people do, but like maybe 20, 30 minutes. Because I want them to be rewatchable. So I get more views and stuff, and I don't want to make them like they need an entire school day. So, and then rounding out with 49ers, I would rather have Kyle. So let's count. I would rather have him over Mayo. So that's one. I would rather have him over um what's the dude's name? Morris. I would rather have him over what's the dude's name? And shit, that might be it. That might be it. Dang. Um, hold on. I thought there was like one more. No, I had Gannon over him. Maybe that was it. Hold on. Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos. That might be it. All right. So hold on. So let me count the teams real quick. Giants, Eagles, Commanders, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers, Packers, Bears. Eberflus. That was the dude. Eberflus. All right. So I would have him over Eberflus. That's right. Thank you, Brain. All right. So in my head, I have Dennis Allen as the 30th best head. Right? Oh, 32, 31, 32. No. So I would have Dennis Allen as the 29th best head coach in the NFL. So I have him top 5 worst. I have him at number 4 for worst. I'm not saying he's the 4th best coach in the NFL. He's the 4th bottom coach in the NFL. But let's move off of Dennis Allen and let's talk about the Saints minicamp. So I'm gonna get to Lattimore Kamara in a second, but there's 5 players the Saints were able to invite to mandatory minicamp, I believe it's called. So they invited former NFC South rival Russell Gage, and this is I believe by Nick Underhill, by the way. So I'm not making this up. Wide receiver Russell Gage, defensive tackle Cameron Peters. I don't know who that is. Offensive tackle Cameron Wire. Once again, don't know who that is. Linebacker Jordan Smith. Nothing here. I mean, like, look, man. Uh, um, whew, man. So the Saints, they invited those 5 players. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. 2 to 3 of those players, I don't even know who they are. All I know is that both of the players I just mentioned, first name is Cameron. Man. So that's all I really know about them. And yeah, um so yeah, that's the 5 players Saints invited. And the Saints got some familiar faces back in the building. Lattimore's a bad apple. He's not showing up to OTAs. Well, dang it. If he was a bad apple, why is he in the building practicing right now? As much as I don't really hate to admit it because I want to see more of this particular dude who I just mentioned do the same thing, but Dennis Allen was right. He was, I think Lattimore was trying to preserve his body because OTAs aren't mandatory. Because then they called them mandatory OTAs. But they call this mandatory minicamp. And Lattimore and Kamara both returned. Lattimore, he's in good shape, and so is Kamara. I'm not saying, look, this might sound negative to some people, but if you expect disappointment, you're never going to be disappointed. I'm not saying that I'm just going to expect disappointment, and when the Saints lose, I'm going to be like, I knew it was going to happen. I'm not going to be like that. What that saying means is that if you like don't get your hopes like too high, and if you just expect not really the worst, but if you expect, that it might not go the way you planned. If it goes the way you planned, great. But if it doesn't, you won't be as disappointed because I'm the Hurricane, bro. I'm the Hurricane, man. I'm always gonna hope my team can win. And I'm always gonna support my guys, man. But the Saints, man, like I'm expecting us to win 8 games, maybe win a playoff game, and yeah. So, but enough of that talk. Now I want to talk about some basketball, man. As y'all see, I have a Brooklyn Nets jersey. This is actually Kyrie Irving jersey, but it's not for what you think. I'm not rooting for Dallas. I just like the Nets when they had Kyrie, Harden, and KD. I wasn't rooting for them like every single game, but I just like the jersey, and I'm like, got it. But then he went to Dallas. And I'm like, but hey, I still got this jersey, so I was like, why would I let this jersey go to waste? All right, but I want to talk about the NBA Finals. Dallas Mavericks, Boston Celtics. Game 1 was last Thursday, and the Celtics were out for blood. Game 2 was, I believe, Sunday night. Celtics took care of the Mavericks to go up 2-0 in the NBA Finals. Man, what I took from the first 2 games of the series is that the Mavericks just can't hang. They can't. Playoff Luka, playoff Luka. Man, look, Luka, he's a good player. Like he's one of the best players in this NBA if he's not the best. But you just can't build around Luka. You have to help Luka. You just can't expect Luka to carry the Mavericks. He needs Luka needs a team like the Warriors had a couple years ago when they won the finals against Boston. Luka needs a team like the Nuggets last year, where Luka he's a superstar, but you need your Andrew Wiggins, you need your Jordan Poole before he became and Kyrie. I mean, Derek Jones, he's solid. Like Derek Lively, he was a great rookie, but a great rookie. That's not like I don't know. I don't know. But game three is tomorrow night, and I'm gonna hope I don't get kicked out of the apartment if the Celtics win. Well, it's not an apartment; it's a resort. What am I talking about? Yeah, hopefully I don't get kicked out. But to be fair, I'm probably not gonna scream that much because I'm probably gonna be exhausted, man. Man, it's because I got 2 more days in this place. Then hey, I'm be home. So, yeah. Um, and then yeah. So look, in the last game, the Mavericks had it. The Mavericks could have won. Jason Tatum, he was struggling. He was like 6 for 22 or something like that. And Jaylen Brown, he had 6 turnovers, and Porzingis even got hurt, and he was playing hurt, but it didn't matter. I feel like when Peyton Pritchard hit that buzzer, man, y'all saw that buzzer beater in the third quarter. I know I did. In my brain, I called it. Like I didn't say it out loud. That was kind of one of those like mental like things that happen inside when I saw because for some reason I was getting flashbacks when the Celtics played the Heat. I want to say 2 years ago. When they played them 2 years ago to go to the finals and the series that the Celtics won. In my mind, I was just thinking about that Pritchard shot. I don't know if y'all remember, but there was a game a couple years ago between Boston and Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals, and Payne Pritchard, I believe, hit a half court shot, but I don't think it counted because it was after the buzzer. But when I saw Pritchard catch the ball, I'm like, he's going to do it again. He is going to do it again. That's what I was telling myself in my mind, and he did it again. And ever since that shot, Celtics went on a tear, and they were able to get game two. Now the Mavericks want look, if the Mavericks lose tomorrow night, I mean they technically still have a chance, but let's be honest. If you go down 3-0 to Boston, you're not winning. But where are the excuses now? I was one of the only people on YouTube defending the Celtics because everybody was like, frauds. The Celtics are frauds. The Celtics can't beat anybody. The Celtics had the easiest way to the final. The Celtics are whooping your darlings. Celtics are beating Dallas right now. And y'all said Dallas was going to beat Boston and we're the best team in the West. At least they were playing like it. Y'all said that. But now since Celtics are winning, all of a sudden it's still the easiest ring ever. The Celtics were the smartest team in the East, where they weren't playing so aggressive. Like people were saying, every single game in the finals, every single time there's a ball that's loose, you gotta die for it. I am one of the biggest disagreeers. Yes, I know the intensity's up in the playoffs, but that's how injuries happen. That's because it's the playoffs. Does not mean everybody's gonna get hurt. Like, remember Curry? He got hurt in the finals against Boston a couple years ago, diving for a loose ball. Yeah, he still played and some butt, but I mean, you can't expect to not get hurt when you do stuff like that. I'm sorry, like that's just facts. So yeah, Mavericks. If y'all want your second ever championship, y'all gotta y'all. It starts by winning tomorrow night. Well, the Celtics, they're looking for ring number 18. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about the finals. Now we're gonna end the show with one more topic, and I want to talk about Caitlin Clark. I'm not the biggest WNBA fan, but I know some stuff. Okay, I know some stuff. Um, Caitlin Clark, who plays for the Indiana Fever. I know that. So, shoot. Caitlin Clark. Well, sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm with like a bunch of other people. There's like 20, 30 people from my group that are in this building running around. So I'm probably gonna join them when I'm done this. Well, probably not. I'm probably just gonna chill. But back to what I was saying. Like, she wasn't selected to be on Team USA. Well, she was, but she's an alternate. I think that's blasphemous. Look, look, Angel Reese. Look, I love what you did for LSU. But let's be honest, man. She said that people aren't just watching for Caitlin; they're gonna be watching for Angel too. I checked the numbers. There's like a 10,000 audience difference from Caitlin and the rest of the young people, the rest of the women. And look, I'm not trying to make any woman feel bad that plays in the WNBA now, but it's the straight up truth. There, like, yeah, there were some people watching like the last few years, but it never took off before Caitlin Clark got it there. And I feel like people are messing up Caitlin right now because they're like, "Nah, man, we are we are them girls, I guess. We are the girls. You just got here. So we're gonna make your life as tricky as possible, as much as that is weird, I guess. I mean, there's no like you look, shoot, look, Caitlin Clark, is she a great player? Yes, but the other players, they see her as a great player. That's why they're trying to play rough, right? You know when you're playing with your friends, right? And you know that you have no shot to beat them because they're either too tall, they're too talented, or they're just too skilled. Then you try to play physical. You get that all of their talent gets into your mind, and they're like, man, I don't think they're trying to hurt Caitlyn. They're like, and I don't think anybody tries to hurt their friends, but they're like, man, I just gotta play physical. Like that's how I used to be. Man, I gotta bring heat. That's what they're doing to Caitlyn. So that's what I feel about Caitlyn Clark, man. So yeah, this is Hurricane Mike from Atlanta, Georgia. Man, Atlanta, Georgia. Uh, Shout out to everybody who's watching streaming. I have another video coming out in next like day or two, so look out for that. And man, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is a great place, but a terrible football team. The basketball team, I mean, it's not the best, but I don't hate the Hawks like I hate the Falcons. Um, but yeah, who that and don't be a Falcons fan.